Alright, so today I'm going to walk you through from the behind the scenes footage of me photographing a birthday party. This was a freelance photography gig from a client on People Per Hour, and this is my first one, by the way, so whoop whoop to me. I'll be showing you the equipment that I use as well as the settings and how I approach photographing the birthday party. So to start things off, I ended up using my trusty and reliable Sony a66,000. It was paired with an 18-105mm lens. The settings that I used for this was, of course, an f4 and a f8 for wide shots. F4 I use mostly for portraits and group shots, and settings that I use for shutter speed is 1:100 and 125, just to get enough freeze but also a bit of blur, just so you can get an understanding of movement within the photo. Here you can see me just moving around the space, trying to find the best angles, despite the fact that the space was well illuminated and there wasn't any big obstacles getting in the way of me photographing. It was hard to traverse through the space, mainly because of the tables and chairs that were quite close to the walls, and also some of the little kids running around as well. But thanks to my zoom lens, I was able to, from a distance, zoom in on the action that was happening, whether people dancing, laughing, giggling. I was even able to get some really great candid shots of people just having a great time, which I was really happy with, because a lot of the candids that I took, I'm super proud of them as well. I also took a little leap out of street photography from Bruce Gilden, where I ended up getting a bit close into the action, because I was trying to get some photos of some of the kids and even some of the adults just having fun, playing party games, and overall just having a great time, really. One tip that I can give for when you are photographing at parties is to try and get in as close as possible so you can photograph what's there, because at the end of the day, as a photographer, I've got a job to do and I need to make sure I do it as well as I possibly can. So I made sure to get really close and photograph as much as I can, and even try and get involved in it as well, start enjoying myself, doing a bit of singing and laughing myself too, because it was a great party though, and I was very happy to see that young Victoria was very happy. And that's pretty much it, really. After the party, I just briefly spoke with the client about how they would receive the photos, and then after that I went home, uploaded the photos to my computer and culled through a bunch of them to pick the ones that I thought represent the party best, and then put them all into Lightroom and then just started editing each of them. Oh, to be honest, I didn't edit each of them. I did batch editing, so I pretty much just had a preset already in mind and copied all of the photos and then just applied that preset. Whilst that was happening, I just walked away and went to do some other stuff, and then once the preset was applied to all of the photos, I then came back and then just started editing each of them slightly, because despite the fact that the preset does take away a lot of the heavy lifting, I did have to make sure that the preset didn't go overboard with some of the photos that I had photographed at the party. Speaking of editing, I will definitely plan on making a video on how I edit event photographs in Lightroom. I will be more than happy to share my process into how I do that in a YouTube video somewhat in the future. And here is a montage of all the photos that I took at the birthday party. And that's it. Overall, I had a great time. It was definitely challenging as well with the tight spaces and trying to maneuver around the venue of the birthday party. My biggest worry at the time was making sure not to knock over the cake, because whilst I was photographing some of the people dancing their way towards the couple with their child, I had to look back multiple times to make sure I didn't knock over the cake. Would have been a disaster. But other than that, I had a great time, and I'm super happy because this is my first client on People Per Hour for event photography. So I see this as a very, very big milestone in my career path as a photographer, and I hope that more stuff like this will happen so I can have more behind the scenes footage to show you guys, because honestly I enjoy making these behind the scenes footage. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and stick around if you want to see more photography content, whether it's tips, tricks, BTS, or just advice on how to become a event photographer. I hope to see you guys again in the next video, and have